Hi friends, welcome back to the Enchanted Stay, where fantasy, thrillers, storytelling, and stray kids exist in chaotic harmony. Today we're diving into Spear of Destiny, book 13 in the ARKANE series by J.F. Penn. If you love religious thrillers, historical conspiracies, and high-stakes global adventures, this one definitely leans into all of that, with an even darker edge. So grab your sword and your lightstick and let's get into it. Spear of Destiny begins with the theft of a mysterious artifact from a museum in Vienna. Morgan Sierra and Jake Timber are sent to recover it, but very quickly the mission escalates into a race for one of the most infamous relics in history, the Spear of Destiny, the lance said to have pierced Christ's side. From Nazi ruins to Tibetan temples to Washington, D.C., this story moves fast across continents as Morgan and Jake try to stop a conspiracy tied to an ancient and dangerous power. And this time the threat feels very real, very human, and very political. Characters. We return to Morgan Sierra, intelligent, resilient, and still carrying the emotional weight of her past. Jake Timber continues to be a core emotional anchor of the series. Ex-military, sharp, and layered with trauma and loyalty. And in this book, we meet some very compelling antagonists. Ezekiel Stronghold, a corrupt neo-Nazi politician running for president, is honestly one of the most chilling villains in the series because of how grounded he feels. And then there's Gabriel, his mysterious agent with supernatural abilities, whose origins even he doesn't fully understand. That combination of political power and supernatural mystery creates a really strong tension throughout the book. Worldbuilding. Again, this is a modern-day thriller, but J.F. Penn does an incredible job of making the world feel layered and immersive. The historical detail is where this book really shines. From Nazi history and their obsession with religious relics to global locations that feel vivid and real. It all blends together in a way that makes you question how much of this could actually be true. Tropes and Archetypes. This book is packed with religious artifacts, ancient conspiracies, ticking clock tension, secret organizations, supernatural elements, political and ideological conflict, and dark rituals and extremist belief. And at its core, this is a story about power, belief, and how dangerous both can become when combined. What I liked and didn't. What I liked. First, the suspense. This book kept me on edge the entire time. The stakes feel massive and the pacing makes it really hard to put down. I also really loved how the story explored the idea of neo-Nazis and tied it back to historical obsession with relics and mythical power. That connection felt both realistic and unsettling in a good way. The way the Aryan race concept was handled in the story was also really interesting. It added depth to the villain's motivations. And overall, like the rest of the series, this is a book I devoured in less than a day. What I didn't like. The main thing that didn't fully work for me was the repetition in the plot structure. Specifically, Jake being captured and Morgan having to piece everything together to save him. At this point in the series, it's starting to feel a bit predictable. It didn't ruin the story, but it did take away some of the tension because I could kind of see the pattern here. Final thoughts. Overall, I gave Spear of Destiny 4.5 out of 5 stars. This is another strong entry in the ARKANE series, especially if you enjoy Dan Brown-style thrillers, religious and historical conspiracies, fast-paced global adventures, stories that blend real history with supernatural elements. And the cover for this one, honestly, I love it. It fits the tone and stands out much more than some of the other ones. If you read Spear of Destiny, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay chaotic, stay magical, stay.